Welcome, Closets and Quippers, to episode 38 of Dion Rising. Hey, friends. This right here is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play campaign brought to you by the Knights of D20. Those guys over there. Cuties. As usual, before we begin mapping uncharted lands and building custom boats, we have a few announcements brought to you by my friend who has a certain fiendish look in his eyes tonight. Bobby, can you give us some announcements for what is sure to be an interesting week?
Of course. So, I have heard it through the grapevine that new episodes of Casting Friendship are currently in the works, so Season 2 will be coming to us sooner rather than later, so everyone keep an eye out for that so we can catch up with Caramel as they dissect everything nerd culture, D&D culture, pretty much everything D&D adjacent that doesn't involve following a rulebook. Also, this week, it would seem that we have run out of tea, so I don't think we're going to be having a tea time today, but our benevolent Dungeon Mother has agreed to come and host a good episode of... Have you called your Dungeon Mother lately? So, if you have not been calling your Dungeon Mother lately, feel free to come by Wednesday at... What time are we thinking, Dungeon Mother? Same time?
Sometime.
Same time as tea time. Oh, sometime.
I'll let you know.
We will keep you posted if you want... if you want to check out the exact time for that once we have an exact time, head over to our Discord where we can get you all of our updates in a much quicker fashion. But I think that's all I have for everyone today, so I'm going to send it right back to our Dungeon Mother.
Bobby. And thank you all again for joining us as we embark on an epic adventure in the world of Dion, where heroes rise, dangers abound, and legends are born. Players, dice at the ready. Hecka yeah. Okay. In episode 37, our adventurers prepared to depart Nerdistan and begin their expedition into the undying wood of the Middle Continent. Killian, the Eastern Continent, that just tripped me all up. Killian revisited Yonshi Cornwallis, the eccentric halfling alchemist working in Seraphina's family tower, to repurpose some collected monster parts, leaving with a basilisk tear gas and barbed devil blade oil. Seraphina raided her childhood home for magical items, confronting her mother a bit on the way out, who encouraged her to write often and visit her sister during her journey. Kittenberry, planning to stay behind and work on the party's boat, gave Killian a personalized pistol and received a sentimental hairpin from Seraphina. Marroway mourned at Sereth's grave, and the party eventually bid their final goodbyes before traveling through a teleportation circle to the cliffside fort above the Undying Wood. At this fort, they met Nomi and Benji, Furbolg twins running the bar and joining the expedition. And were also introduced to Ilmendel Lanthanar, the expedition's guide. Ilmendel outlined a new approach, since their last few expeditions haven't gone so swimmingly. They plan to do a split expedition team, with the party as the forward group, and researchers in the rear. After passing a readiness test, the party learned of forest love, a bewitching affliction of the woods that lures people deeper in. They interviewed 2 shell-shocked survivors, one nearly silent and the other broken, whose tales painted a chilling picture of the forest's haunting serenity. The party spent the evening in quiet reflection, aware that they would enter the Undying Wood at dawn, from where few return unchanged. Heroes, as you all find places for perhaps a last night of good sleep for an unknown amount of time, the makeshift town surrounding the fort of Vera's Rash begins to quiet. The melodies of chirping crickets and rumbling frogs filling the auditory space left by sleeping people. Although a steady march of single lanterns pace trails along the fort walls overlooking the cliff, a veritable wall holding back the progress of the Undying Wood. At night, the heavy mist that obscures all the tallest tops of trees remains over the wood, almost glowing unnaturally in the light of the full moon. Where do we find each of you as you ponder what is to come with sunrise, as you find a place to sleep?
I think Marroway would have been looking at the stars for a while before kind of packing into a tent with Bula.
I think Ados is a little nervous about what's to come and has written half a letter to Jade, the miner that we met back in the old country, wherever it was. And but I think he's gotten halfway through the letter and then kind of paused and put it away, feeling a little silly.
Seraphina is going to supervise Killian putting together the yurt.
Yeah, Zada's just gonna kind of just hanging out, kind of having a drink by himself, just kind of just relaxing, just kind of taking in the sights, and then just kind of looking over at his friends.
Killian will be banging away at the yurt, just putting it up, and at the same time, he's just in kind of a zone, just off in his own head, where he's reflecting on the conversation he had with that the cleric gentleman that he spoke to, and how these woods really shook this person's faith, and he's worried about what this forest has in store for him, and if his faith is going to be shaken.
Okay. Now we all know the what. Let's figure out the where. Killian, where, after building Seraphina's yurt and watching her bid you goodnight, politely, where would you like to find yourself a night of sleep? You're welcome to go into the fort. There's some like lean-tos. There's some different rooms that are actually like inside the structure. You're welcome to set up camp outside the structure.
Killian will go inside. He'll try to just find a place that he can, take off his armor, hang it up somewhere, just be comfortable and ready for tomorrow.
Okay. Seraphina, you're gonna sleep in your yurt alone?
I was with Glitterbell.
With Glitterbell.
She's never alone.
Eidos, where do you think you would find comfort?
Ados would have found somewhere inside the fort, preferably with 4 walls and a ceiling, and then just a cozy little corner. Have a nice nightcap.
Zada, would you be sleeping under the stars tonight?
Yeah,
Now that
probably
you're somewhere.
back home, kind of. Yeah, he'll be there, probably the same spot where everybody was drinking in that little like hearth area. He'll just kind of get close to the fire at some point and put down his bedroll and just go to sleep there.
Marroway, where do you think you and Bula would find a place to turn in?
It probably would have been out under the stars in our tent.
Marroway, can you describe to me maybe any conversation you and Bula have before falling asleep, or what Marroway would do to finally help get himself the rest that he needs?
I think Marroway overall is trying to avoid anything about, her hitting him, her hurting him. Really just kind of playing it off as that was part of the nightmare. It wasn't real. So I'll be honest, I don't know if Marroway is saying anything that is going to comfort him. I think he is putting Bula above himself because restless nights are something that he has had to bear for a long time, and he doesn't want her to bear it. I think his soul mind idea, like purpose right now, is to make sure that she gets the rest that she needs.
I think Bula probably senses that over lingering tension. Whether she interprets it the same way it's meant is yet to be seen. But in emotional discomfort, maybe, Marroway tries to find 20 weeks. However, I would like you to describe what happens in your nightmare tonight.
So, as his vision fades to black, I think at the start he's seeing Sanctuary as it was, as he wishes it was. I think he's filled with longing for an image in front of him that he knows can never be again. It's something that should bring him comfort, but seeing his home perfect, he knows it won't last. He knows it's not real, and he knows that yet again he's going to have to watch it fall apart.
And Sanctuary being so familiar to you, that dream is not the same one a number of your companions will experience tonight. Although, in many ways, it is the same. As you all drift off into sleep, you find yourselves in a place unfamiliar. Even in your subconscious mind, some of you may be recognizing that you might be dreaming, many of you not. You know, the way dreams come and go from reality in your mind as you're in them. You see a place that feels real in its detail. You find a place that feels real in the heaviness of the atmosphere, and perhaps a history unknown to you. And in this dream, I would like to switch what we're doing as Bobby tells us what you're all going to see as you begin to find your footing in a dream.
All right. As you open your eyes, you find your eyes fluttering awake as you look outward and find yourself in a garden. This garden is surrounded by flowers of every color. The smell smells like peace. It smells like home. You look off into the distance and see a sky that is fully sunset orange with clouds of yellow floating by. You see a trail following a dancing river leading to a small town where you can hear the sounds of joyful children, kites flying overhead as they flutter over the town. But then you catch a glimmer of something bright, something shiny, and as you turn your head, you see what appears to be a castle, purely made of stained glass, reflecting beautiful rainbow light upon everything nearby. But separating you and this castle, you find a hill off in the distance, and standing atop this hill, you see a familiar figure. A little horned boy with a shawl draped from his shoulders as he glances at the home that once was. And then the warmth fades away. You're left with a sense of longing, of sorrow, as if all the life has been drained out of you. You hear a vicious crack in the distance that sends a shockwave across the whole realm as the glass castle begins to splinter and shatter, its walls cracking aggressively as a hateful shadow spews from it, erupting outward into the entirety of the area. You see Marroway is completely consumed by this darkness, and the shockwave of this hatred causes all of the flower petals to shoot upward into the sky from the shockwave before they wither before your eyes. They die, disintegrating to the touch. The ground, which was once healthy and beautiful, turns dark and barren as brambles begin to shoot upward. They begin to create a wall-like maze around you. And as you look up to the sky, it is no longer a beautiful sunset orange, but an eerie green. And that is where you find yourself this night. So then I will ask you, what would you like to do now that you have been surrounded by dark bramble that, as you look at it, you could probably only describe as hateful?
Are we able to see each other here?
Yes, you are together in a clump, but you have been separated from Marroway, who was probably a good couple miles away from you.
This is a weird dream. I'm not one for flowers very much. I mean, I like flowers, but not big in flowers in my dreams, and I didn't really this is kind of weird.
I'm more
Kinda-
concerned about how we got here. Are we dreaming? Is this a dream? Is this forest playing tricks on us?
It must be.
Oh, you're actually here? This isn't not just my dream, but this is actually like, oh, this is very meta. I don't know.
You
This
were
one's
there.
this one goes
You
real
were
deep.
there.
I will
Serafina's
point
gonna-
out that as you look around, Bula is nowhere to be found in this dream.
Oh well, Bula's not here. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna go over and just pinch Eidos on the cheek. You're like, hey.
My God, it's real. Okay, something something is happening. I think we need to get to Marroway. Maybe this is his old home. He likes flowers. There's a bunch of flowers. Were a bunch of flowers here.
Oh yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense.
I also don't like the look of that, as he points to like the the green, eerie sky that is billowing towards them.
Well, that sucks, and the thorns. I don't really like that either. That's kind of not. It's not giving me happy, good vibes. It's giving me very like angry, mad vibes. So I'm not liking that.
Serafina cuddles Glurbo close to her. I'm not going in there. I feel like my dress is gonna get caught in those bramble thorns.
Good
Please.
thing it's a dream, so it's not gonna really mess up your outfit, right?
Serafina starts pinching Zana.
Yeah, that hurts.
If your dress tears in dream, it tears in real life.
No, I didn't really think about that. It's a conundrum.
So just to orient myself, so Marroway, you're kind of which direction? So like, imagine we're looking at the stained glass castle. Are you
North.
the other way? Is that the other way?
So the stained glass castle is north, quite a ways away, and Marroway was about in the halfway point between you and the castle.
Okay, and
then there was the town to the west.
Okay,
that you had seen.
And where are these brambles at?
They are all around you. They seem to have created almost like a maze.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
is there like a path for us to go towards or through, or direction
Yeah.
that's open?
Just
Of course. There is
just one
one
path?
to the south and one
Oh.
to the west.
that was gonna be easy. Damn.
There's two paths, one to the south, one to the west.
Well, I mean, the town sounds good. Oh, can Glitterbear like fly over them? Maybe. Like, how high can Glitterbear go up? Maybe give us a little scoop.
Yeah, so Serafina is going to bend over and ask Glitterbell if she'd be willing to take a look and fly up to see if she can see like the outline of the maze.
Okay. As Glitterbell flies upward, and you're able to see through her eyes, yes, or is she just
Mhm.
falling?
Yeah, she. I
You
can see through her
tell
eyes.
that the southern way actually will lead you to the town, whereas the one that goes, what seems like it would have gone to the town, seems to end at a dead end. And I would like to preface the word dead.
Well, Serafina, what did Glitterbell see?
One way leads to a dead end, and the other way leads to town. And she will gesture.
Why did you say
I
dead
don't like the
that?
way you Yeah, I don't like the way you said that. Let's go the town way.
Really, dead end sounds pretty great, guys. No, just don't do that.
As you wander, or as you follow the trail southwards, and you slowly make your way out of this maze, you come to a clearing where you can see what was once this town. You see that all of the buildings are completely destroyed, almost overrun by these hateful brambles. You see that the kites that were once flying embedded into the ground, almost like they've been stomped on. And in general, it doesn't seem like there is any joy that there once was as you approach this town. So
Well,
would
this
you
is
like
really
to go
depressing.
into the town?
I mean, there's only one way forward.
Good.
Killian will just kind of yell out loud, "Hello? Is anyone here?"
That's a great way to show everybody that we're here, including bad guys.
As you yell, "Hello,
It's a
is
dream."
anyone here?" You hear your own echo repeat back to you, "Goodbye, is anyone away?"
What
What?
attractive voice that answered back to us.
It sounded a little bit like you, Killian. Except I think for this echo, it's opposite day.
Oh, I got an idea. I'll just yell orange.
It repeats back to you, "Green."
That's debatable.
Full acknowledgement right now. I do not know what the opposite to orange is, but I feel like yellow is green, isn't it? No, it's not, because you need yellow to make
Green is
green.
red, right?
Yeah.
For orange would be like purple.
Blue.
It's
Purple.
Maybe?
purple.
Blue.
Blue?
Blue,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're looking at the color wheel, orange and blue are opposite.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think purple
yours
and
is
yellow are
blue, not
opposite.
green. Listen, people.
Retcon.
Aspiring DMs, you can prepare for anything, but you cannot prepare for everything.
Practice color theory before you go in.
Color theory is essential to DMing, apparently.
There you go.
Yeah.
All I do to prepare. Look at my grade 11 art notes.
Yes.
Killian will just press a little bit further into the town just to see if there's anything else of note.
Yeah, can you make me a perception check, please?
I certainly.
I'll accept it from
Yeah.
anyone.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's
That's
6.
Excellent. I'm glad I opened it up for everyone.
I have a 9.
I got a 17.
I got a 18 because I got a
Oh.
11.
Nice.
Eidos and Zada, you can kind of see that there is movement ahead. There is something hiding in the remains of a building, and I have a battle map for us. Or just
Nice.
I have a normal map that is not for battling in any way, shape, or form.
That just a normal, average, normal map.
It's purely for. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure out how to.
Yay!
You did it.
No, that's not what I wanted. Just kidding.
Don't look.
Oh
Pay
That's
no mind.
no!
Pay
I
no.
saw it.
This
Love
still
that.
isn't what I want. Listen, technology is not my strong suit, but I did just show you all of our maps for pretty much
Perfect.
everything. You're welcome.
Right, no one else saw it because I haven't changed it.
No
over yet.
one saw this.
No one
Didn't
saw
happen.
it. What happened? Nothing happened.
Excellent.
We were suddenly hit with a weird vision of the future.
Pretty much. So you hear? Can I draw? Is this how you draw? No, that is not how you draw. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. You see movement? Can y'all see that? That white
Yes.
little
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
Giant
Yeah,
white
you
circle.
see movement coming from there, and a little bit from this direction.
Killian's gonna head forward.
Excellent. As you start to move forward, you see and you hear what appears to be lightning, as well as swords clashing. A sword clashing. I should be more specific.
Uthama? Is that you, buddy?
Are you yelling that?
Yeah.
You hear from as you yell that out, you hear I'm a little busy at the moment. If you could calm down just a little bit and come help.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, at least it's him.
You never talked before. Sounds like there's trouble. Let's go.
Has he always been able to talk? As I run towards this house.
Excellent. So we're gonna
Okay.
scoot everyone up just a little bit, and this is where I'm gonna have everyone roll for initiative, including you, Kara.
Say what?
Kara initiative.
We're off to a bad start.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Yeah, a nat 20 for 23.
Damn.
Wow. Seraphina has 8.
8,
I got 12.
12.
I got a nat 2 for 5.
Ooh, girl.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Crushing it.
Ado's
I got-
got us 16.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So
Eidos,
Killian,
you
are gonna be
wanna swap?
Yeah, it's yours.
Sorry. Yeah, you want me to swap with you?
All right, so we're swapping the
Yeah.
12 and the 16.
Yeah.
Excellent. Killian, you are going to be going first.
All right. Killian's gonna head towards the sound. He's gonna go. He'll dash to kind of get as into the middle of town as possible. So that's kind of like it gets me around here. The 40 and then another 20. So it's like right behind whatever this thing is I see here.
Excellent. You do see Huthamer is a familiar sight for you. Along with a small knight figure. Kara, would you be so kind as to describe your character for us?
Absolutely, I would. So what you're seeing, Killian, is a small, warm brown, fuzzy little teddy bear. On short little legs, which definitely accounts for that low initiative roll. Wearing really splendid armor, with lavender plumage coming out of the top of his helm, and he's holding a little wooden sword and a small wooden shield. Hail and well met, noble soul.
That's
hello?
That's Sir Lavender.
Oh shit, is it?
Cute.
Wait, does that mean he's just carrying around a dead body of his bear the whole time? This is very traumatizing.
I think that was just a stuffed toy that he named after this bear.
Take a look
Hopefully.
at that. I am far from dead. For snuggles and glory, to battle we ride. He turns back to face the enemy.
This bear's got spunk.
Killian, did you have anything else for your turn?
Can I am I able to see what is Sir Lavender's target here?
Yeah, let me describe. You see, as Sir Lavender turned to you, he pulled his wooden sword out of what appears to have been a tree blight of some sort. And kind of surrounding the area, you see kind of a mixture of different blighted creatures, as well as a dryad that doesn't quite look like a dryad should.
And seeing that, Killian will draw his saber out and be ready alongside Sir Lavender here. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Well, we have some more that were hiding that got a higher initiative than you, so we are going to go ahead and let them come on out. Tell me, my friend, does an 18 hit?
Hit me?
Yeah.
What kind of attack is it? Like, is it a melee attack?
It's a ranged attack.
Ooh.
If I'm able to use my reaction for defensive duelist, I'm gonna bump up my AC by 3. So it's 21.
Excellent. All right, so this, you see this little weird, viney, brambly creature kind of crawls out and is shooting what appears to be little needles, little bramble needles at you. But you are able to deflect those.
So Killian's just like flourishing his saber that he has in his hand, just pink, 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 knocking them all down.
Pretty much. The next attack is going to be going for Huthamer. That one's a miss. And the next one against Sir Lavender. Does the 19 hit Sir Lavender?
Indeed.
Indeed. Ooh. That is going to be a delicious 7 points of necrotic damage, please.
I'd bite my paw at you, sir.
We need to give Kara Chaos Goblins more often.
Yeah.
Do you bite your party, sir?
Bite my paw at you, sir.
And we're gonna have a couple more blights coming out of the woodworks to fight Killian, because he steppeth forward, but they both miss because my trusty DM dice aren't doing anything for me today.
Yay.
Hooray.
Don't you be applauding that.
Can I applaud it, or is that...
Yeah, you can. I'll
Yay!
allow it. DM applauding other DM's failure is a free action.
Okay, excellent.
But that's gonna bring us to Zada.
Okay. Zada is going to tentatively reach out to his elemental powers and see if he can feel it here. See if he can get into his elemental form.
As you attempt to draw upon your elemental powers, you feel them coming to you, but it is with a feeling of almost regret that overtakes your heart as you do so.
Well, that's not great. Yeah, so he'll kind of change his form. I think for this, like, he'll be in his lightning form, but I think it's going to be like a little bit more, I guess, kind of, if this is okay, like kind of a little bit more what like Uthamer looks like. So maybe he kind of like grows a little bit of that, like his ears get a little longer, like his little ears like get a little bit longer. His like the lightning is more what like Uthamer's lightning kind of looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be like, well, that's different.
Yeah, there is. It's almost like your lightning is a deeper blue than normal. And as each spark leaves your body, you're filled with pictures of all of your loved ones that would not enjoy seeing you use this magic.
Oh, well then. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Everything is normal.
Doing
That's what
okay,
all
Zada?
normal folks say.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
My favorite is when Royal
55,
counts this because we know he has like 500 movement speed and can go
60.
wherever he wants anyway.
He could run across the continent and be back by the end of this
I
round.
I could. 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, 50. So I'll get here.
Gorgeous.
And I'm gonna punch this guy. I was punching. Oh wait, can I stand in the bramble? Is that like impossible, or is that like actually bad stuff? Because that would kind of change.
I actually am going to need a dexterity saving throw from you, my friend.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind, of course.
I never mind dexterity saving throws. They are my friends as well as everybody else's. So that will be a 14. Yes.
Oh, if it
14.
meets it, it beats it. Congratulations. You somehow, with your fluffy fur, it the needles just don't quite go deep enough to hurt you.
Good. All right. So I'm going to take on this guy.
The one in between you and Killian?
Yeah. Do we like is flanking thing good? No, I don't know.
No, I promise
Okay.
you don't want me to do flanking rules today.
That will be a 24 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. This will be. Ooh, that's a good one. That'll be 12 points of lightning damage.
Oh, baby, how do you want to do this?
I guess it's going to be like I hit it, and just like when, trees get hit by lightning, this just kind of like burns them up from the inside out as the lightning kind of goes through them and it just like bursts out of them. So like just kind of, tree getting hit by lightning, how it just kind of just burst out. We could always do the famous storm line. What happens to a toad when it gets hit by lightning?
I would be very happy if we strike by lightning line this one. I don't know how to mark these things as dead. Technology is not my strong suit. I keep doing it and it marks like all of them.
We see a vision of all of them just like dropping dead and like coming back to life.
It's super effective.
This is such a weird thing.
I have no idea what's happening. I've never run anything on Foundry before. This is like literally we came up with the idea of me running this like 4 hours ago, y'all.
Perfect.
Yep.
So this is me like just scrambling to figure out how things work.
Do you just want to delete it from the map?
I can.
Unless it comes back to life.
Hopefully that won't delete all of them.
Okay, no, it just did one. Oh my god.
It did not delete all of them.
We are professionals.
We
but I am going to need Huthamer, Killian, and Zada to make a dex saving throw for me.
I'll also say that you're all within 10 feet.
Oh, that's right, the aura.
Plus 4 to your dex save.
That's not gonna help because that's a natural 1. So
I can't do that much.
Oh no.
That's not gonna help.
Zada, that's gonna be 3 piercing damage as it explodes and needles just kind of get flown everywhere.
Killing at 19.
Excellent.
Just like a tree
you
when it
don't
gets
get hit by needles because you didn't roll in that one.
Yeah. Ain't that a thing? Yeah, so my second attack, I'll whip around, hit this other boy that's also right next to me.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit.
It sure does.
Showed it.
Wait, a 13?
13.
I lied to you. It does not.
Oh, that's very sad.
I was
now.
really hopeful for you for a second.
I was hopeful for me for a second. All right, so and then as a bonus action, unarmed strike. It does a 15 hit.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. That will only be 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna push him. So he's gonna have to make a dex saving throw or get pushed. I'm a pushy person.
Does a dirty, filthy 20 save.
Oh yeah, I have like a 13. That's not gonna be a
no.
problem.
Excellent. And are you going to be drawing to end your turn there?
I will probably move 5 more feet and just end my turn there.
Excellent, Eidos.
All right.
Bring the thunder.
Oh yeah, the thunder's coming. I'm gonna turn to Seraphina, who's standing next to me, and say, "Watch how it's done."
Famous last word.
Serafina watches attentively.
A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Wait, I messed myself up. Okay, 1 actually, 2 actually, 3. All right. Okay. I cast innate sorcery to make myself a little bit beefier, and I'm going to finger gun point at both of these guys who are inside, the one next to Zada and the one slightly east of him and further back, and I'm going to twin spell Chromatic Orb at their level. These homies. Okay, so this is the first one for the left. 12.
That does not hit. But might I ask, does Twin Spell, is it not the same attack roll for both?
It's not how we've been playing it.
Technically,
I thought it
was, though.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, we can change that now. If I ever do something bad, you guys gotta tell me. Because I'm
You
real
know
dumb.
what? I am also a benevolent god, and I will allow a second attack roll for this one because we had the rule not wrong. So
For old time's sake, this is the last
for
one.
old time's
sake.
For all time's sake.
One last ride, sweet dice. 22.
That one will hit.
Right on, let's go. Alright, let me collect all my D8s.
I have a question though. If you
Yeah,
twin
answer.
spell, then seeking spell, does the seeking spell go for both of them then too? Do they just both get that?
I feel as if I would have to actively read the rules to fully
Yeah.
see
This
how
is-
it's worded.
This is the first time I've had enough bandwidth as not the DM in a battle to actually look it up. So I'll read about it. Don't worry.
She's like, I got this.
I'm waiting for my turn.
Right.
I could use
What's
so
even
many
happening?
activities. Yeah.
There's
You
so
can
many
do
things
so
I could be
much.
doing. My
I need to go back to
hair.
So many
college
things as a
right now.
player.
I'm in active professional development as we speak.
Mhm.
Yes.
Nice. That's 24 points of lightning damage to
Ugh.
Thorny Boy.
Yeah, he
Which one?
blows up.
Yeah, that would be the one to the right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
R1. Nice.
Yeah. And there is no one nearby for him to blow up on, so well done. OSHA
Seraphina
enjoys
claps.
doing dungeons with safety.
I look back at Seraphina and shrug. 1 for 2?
That's right. Throw him off by missing the first time. Excellent.
Exactly.
Excellent strategy.
Never let him know where you're coming from. And that would be my turn.
Excellent. Killian, does a 17 hit?
Does not.
Well, poo. I guess I'm not doing anything with that blight. Let's see. We're gonna have our dryad step forward. You notice that she is like where dryads usually, are leafy and beautiful. She is like almost pure bramble, thorny and just honestly kind of hideous. She doesn't have the usual charm that a dryad would. And Sir Lavender, I'm going to be attacking with a 16. The first attack I'm going to imagine miss. Does a 16 hit?
No, miss.
Well, I guess I'm not doing that. Next up, we are going to have another one of our blights appear, and he's going to rush over here to Eidos. What up?
Yikes.
Surprise. And that's a nat 20, my friend.
Ooh.
That's gonna do it.
We're level 8. We're strong now. You can survive a critical hit.
They can't hurt us
Yes.
anymore.
Yeah, I leveled you guys up before I unleashed Bobby on you.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
That is going to be a solid 11 necrotic damage.
Oh, I forgot
That
he's a
ain't nothing.
sorcerer.
I know, it ain't nothing. That's weak. At least it wasn't my big people that hit you.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But we're gonna come over to Lady Seraphina.
They are crawling in through the goddamn window. She's gonna target this one for a firebolt.
I was really hoping that was going to be a fireball. She just overreacts and does the biggest fire spell she has.
Die!
It is a 19 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and it is 16 damage.
Yeah, that'll kill.
Serafina claps, yay, and celebrates herself.
Serafina, as you shoot this magic and hit, which would normally make you feel really good about yourself, really like strong, you see flashes of like almost like pictures of your family lineage. And beside everyone's names, you see the magic that they inherited. And then yours, where it's blank.
Sick birds.
Yikes. It almost hurts as much as nothing happening to me.
So there's a reason nothing happened to you.
Oh, is there actually
You
a reason?
already know you're a piece of shit. No, there's a reason. Yours evened out.
Okay.
Okay, so Serafina starts out celebrating, but then she suddenly stops and goes quiet. For shame. And that's her
Is
turn.
that it? That's it?
Yeah.
All right. For my party up here in the front lines, you see a pretty big tree, essentially, walking itself over to Sir Lavender. And he is I said he, but I mean, I don't know this tree's gender. I don't know his life.
Never assume
we're gonna be
it's
doing,
gender.
right?
Right?
I'm going to be making a multi-attack. The first one against Huthamer. The second one will be against Lavender. Huthamer's is gonna hit.
Actually, I would like to use one of my reactions to protect Huthamer.
Oh, girl.
I'm gonna use protection. Mine fluff is thine shield! As I push my shield in between them. I can interpose my
Are you using
shield.
protection or
Protection.
Interpose.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have disadvantage on that attack roll.
Excellent.
And
Oh,
all
the next
others
one
for
was a
this
2.
turn. As long as I'm within 5 feet.
All others for this turn. Okay, so I guess yours attack will also be disadvantaged. Well played. It's a 7 hits
Oh, I'm
you,
sorry, for all others against that target. So you have regular roll on this
Oh,
one.
just
So only
kidding
against-
then. The first one was only a 15
It does not hit.
against Sir Lab. No.
For a little teddy bear, my AC, I'm just deflecting with my plate armor.
But
I would like to think that your fluff is deflecting it. It's just like the sword goes in and it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
it just like it like runs up and its branches are just like slamming down and you hear like a little squeak noise.
Yeah, like on the floor.
And Sir Lavender, it is gonna be your turn.
Huzzah! Okay. I would like to, against the one that just attacked me, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and do an attack back. So, I'm gonna raise my wooden sword, and with a mighty, tiny battle cry, I'm gonna just go in for a melee attack.
Excellent.
That's gonna be a 21 to hit. 15 on the die.
Yes.
Heckin'
Yes,
yeah, okay.
My little teddy bear.
Incredible. Okay, and oh, heck yeah. Okay, best I could have rolled there. So that's 9 force damage. So as you see my little tiny wooden sword fly against this thing, just an unnatural like boom of thunder sort of like pushes out away from this tree. My little wooden sword is still intact and I'm ready to go.
All right. And did you have a second attack?
I have 2 weapon fighting, but I don't have Oh, is my wooden sword a light weapon? I looked at that.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's
Okay,
a
yeah,
finesse
my second
weapon.
attack. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in again. Why not? That is only an 11 to hit.
That will not hit.
Okay, yeah. I try again, and I am disappointed at best. I look like the saddest little teddy bear in the world. Felt so good after that first one. And I'm gonna stay right where I am because I feel like I'm in a good defensive spot between all of these and the Dryad and my new friends.
Huthamer is going to shoot out a bolt of lightning at the blight in front of Zada. Which one are you? And it's gonna die as he zaps it. But again, I'm gonna need Zada, Killian, and Huthamer to make a dex save.
Make sure you add +4.
That would be 24 then.
Mine's over 20. 23.
Excellent. So the only one taking damage this turn is going to be Huthamer.
Bethma, no!
Oh no! But Killian, that is going to bring us right back to the top of initiative. Unless I've forgotten someone.
So Dryad is like over here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Killian's gonna run up beside this big tree. And he's going to attack alongside Sir Lavender. As I take the attack action, I will use my Channel Divinity to imbue my saber with divine power. And with this attack here, oh, that's not good. It's gonna be 14 to hit.
14 to hit?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is not going to cut it.
Ooh. Alright, well, with my second attack... Oh, that'll hit. Just so you guys know, I currently have a plus 11 to hit. 11
Nice.
plus 17 is 28 to hit.
Would you
Okay.
believe me if I said no?
Oh. Damn.
You shouldn't believe me, because I just wanted to see if you would or not.
Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll use just a nice little divine smite on top of my attack. Use that one. Alright, so that's gonna be 9, and then ooh, that's big. That's big damage here. 12 plus 9 is 21 points of radiant damage.
21 points.
Yeah.
Ooh. Excellent. You bring your weapon down upon it, smiting it with your radiant energy, and as the light flashes from the attack, you are met with glimpses of your holy order looking down on your family, noting that they are less than because of...
Killian just thinks to himself, nothing I'm not used to. As he just kind of continues slashing through.
Excellent. Let's see. Our little needle boy over here is going to back up, and we're going to attack Killian. Alright, Killian. It's an 18 hit.
It would, if I don't use my reaction to give myself +3 for defensive duelist.
That's okay, I didn't want to hit anyway. Well, that's all he can do, so... Next.
Don't worry about it.
Next up we have Zada.
Yeah. Hey. There we go. I'm gonna throw a fireball, but it's gonna be lightning
Oh.
with my elemental explosion, so I can
Okay.
channel some key points, put a spot, and kind of throw. So it's just gonna be a giant lightning is just gonna crash from the sky. It's gonna kind of make that like dome of electricity that cool animes and
Mm-hmm.
games do. And it's gonna hit everything there. They all have to make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
Triad. Pass. Light 1, pass. Light 2, fail. And our tree, pass. Now, is this a half damage on pass?
Correct.
Okay.
So that is 9. 16 points of lightning damage, half to 8.
Excellent. So this one is going to be dead because this one is going to take the 8. The Dryad will take the 8. And the tree will take the 8. And is that all our Thundercat Rabbit has for us?
He will come. Oops. Touch. There we go. Just trying to move myself. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go right there.
Oh, I almost forgot. As the lightning explodes, again, you see people looking down upon you, and I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Ooh.
Are you within
next to
10 feet of
Killian.
me?
I am within 10 feet of you.
Lucky
Yeah.
you.
Good thing.
That's 4.
Yes, so that's 18.
That will pass. So nothing crazy happens.
That's good. As Zana runs by, he's like, is anybody else just having this weird thing where they just see like the worst thing that ever could happen to them whenever they like kill something? Pretty depressing.
This is just like, nah, man.
No. Are you getting soft over there, Sada?
No, just wondering, just a casual wonder, just throwing it out there.
Maybe something to talk about over drinks later.
Sure.
Take courage, dear friends. Even the littlest paws hold mighty strength.
Yeah, what he
I mean-
said.
Yeah, I mean, I got nice paws. These are big paws.
They look like strong paws.
Strong paw. Is that all you have for us?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Gorgeous. Eidos.
Okay. Every time somebody moves, I had to come up with a new plan. So this
Mhm.
is what I got left. Let's see. If I could just move my dude. 10. 20. I think that was correct. If I cheated, excuse me. I'm going to point right at this tree folk above Sir Lavender's head, and I'm going to cast Mind Spike. It's going to be a DC Wisdom 16.
That is a hefty fail.
Okay, thank God. And then the more numbers. 17 points of psionic damage.
Ooh. That's a good hit. You said 17?
I did.
Okay. I couldn't remember. Look, I literally, when I tell y'all I have a bad memory, I was like, was it 16 or 17?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, same
And
boat here.
as your magic strikes, in your mind, you see visions of your father looking down upon you, disappointed.
Papa?
Papa, are you there?
You look the same.
There's nothing
What's
different
new?
here. Next up, we are going to have one of our little Needle boys attacking, and this one is coming to Zada.
That's me.
Does an 18 make 20 hits?
Oh yeah.
Dirty 20. Can we get a hit for a DM, please?
Yep, you got it. You did it.
It's gonna be 5 whole necrotic damage.
Necrotic, my only weakness. I'm immune to all other forms of damage.
Next up is our Dryad, who's going to be attacking exclusively at Zada because he's getting a little too close for comfort. The first one was a 16.
That does not hit.
It does not.
Nope.
This one's like a dirty 22.
Dirty 22? Yeah, that probably will.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but I am going to use my
Just
reaction
glances a little
to...
bit.
yeah, I'm going to use my reaction, though, to deflect this attack. So tell me the damage, and I'll see if I can deflect it.
1 million damage.
Yeah. Oh, no! Oh, no!
It is going to be a juicy
Ooh.
12 slashing damage.
Okay, I'm going to use my reaction to deflect attacks. I'm going to do it's a D10 plus 11, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. So, yeah, gonna
Plus
just
11.
Plus 11.
Oh my
Deflect
god.
attack is really good now. It does cost a reaction, but
Can I just say that, like, I've gone on record before that monks are my least favorite class.
As a DM, yeah, they're hard to hit.
I like for people to know.
right. So yeah,
I
so
just
that'll
want to
be
kill you.
14 points of damage that has been deflected.
Beautiful.
Now throw it back
And
at
now,
him.
does she take that damage?
What was that?
Does she take that
No.
damage?
If I want to, I can
Okay.
try to redirect it, but I just
Okay, I was like, oh
I
my
have to
God.
spend focus point, and it's just a dex saving throw of 14, so it doesn't feel worth it.
Okay, excellent. Seraphina, can you do something not as terrifying as what was just done to my poor dryad?
Seraphina is going to move up here, and she will target the dryad for sleep. Okay. So she has to make a wisdom saving throw.
What's the save?
16.
I'm just. It was a nat 20. My dice are getting me back for failing for all the attacks. We're just gonna get saves, I guess.
I guess she's not feeling that sleepy right now. She had a lot of coffee.
She is not. And you don't have any flashes of any negative emotions.
Seraphina does not feel ashamed for missing.
I don't think that's what I said, but okay. We can take it that way. All right, we are going to be starting with our tree, who will be attacking first at Zada, followed by Sir Lavender. Oh, that's going to be a 24 to hit. Zada?
yeah, that'll hit.
That's going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage, please.
Ow. See, this is why we have deflect attack, because that hurts.
Right. It really does. And that's also going to be in the 20s. How would you like to try to get your AC above a 26, Killian or Lavender? Sorry.
26? Just casually, just. Do you have like a shield and then protection? Just throw both those things out.
I mean, I would like that, but no, that's okay. You can
Just
go
don't
ahead and
see
hit
it
me.
happening.
I don't. It doesn't seem realistic. No.
And that's going to be 17 points
Ouch.
of bludgeoning damage, please.
I shall see thee vanquished, horrible foe. You said that was 17?
Yes.
Okay.
But Sir Lavender, it is going to be your turn if you would like to retaliate.
I would love to. Okay. Would really like to go for the dryad, but now I'll just go for the tree, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and do an attack with my wooden sword again, and then I'm gonna do something a little different. Yeah, I'm rolling like crazy tonight. Okay, that's a 25 to hit.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. Okay. That damage is gonna be 7 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to use Shield Bash on the tree.
Okay.
If I attack a creature within 5 feet of me as part of my attack action with a melee weapon, I can immediately bash it with my shield if it's equipped. The target must make a strength saving throw with a DC of 10.
Oh, it's an 18. Will
Okay.
Save.
Um,
Actually, it was significantly higher. I just didn't add anything to the die.
yeah, that's fair. Thanks for being kind to my little teddy bear heart.
Gotcha.
Yeah, nothing happens on a save, so I try to
Okay.
push this tree with my little shield, and I feel like with both little teddy bear arms, I'm just like, my feet are just like digging in the dirt, and I'm just pushing against this unmoving object. And my little feet are just like rolling in the dirt, going as fast as I can.
Just slide.
Yeah.
Killian.
All right. I see Sir Lavender just pressing up against this tree and trying to push it down. So I will join Sir Lavender in the attack here.
As you're doing that, I skipped Kuthamer, but he did hit the tree with some lightning.
Okay. My first attack is not gonna hit because I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
But the second attack is gonna be a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. I'll go ahead. I'll use another Divine Smite. So that's gonna be 5 plus 11, so 14 radiant damage.
As the light from your smite flashes, you see visions of your father and brother burning in hell. And you have the sudden realization that you were too late to save them. And I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Papa. Alright. Oh god. Ow, that really hurt because I got a natural 1.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Hit him in the soft spots.
You are going to be taking 4 points of psychic damage.
I also have resistance against psychic damage, so I'm going to make that 2 points.
Excellent.
Papa.
Ah.
Oh, Papa, no. Not in hell, Papa, no. But
The
that's
7 hells
good.
has consumed them. Unfortunately. And did you have anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Wait, are any of these blights still alive? This one is. We are going to be going for Ilian, because he's big plays. But I don't think a 11 is going to hit.
That does not.
Highly unfortunate. But that will bring us to Zada.
Oh hey, that's me. I want to say hi to the Dryad. I want to say hi, Dryad. I'm gonna punch the Dryad in the face.
I'm glad we got the high in there before the violence.
Yeah, you know, I thought it would be kind.
Character growth,
As an
people.
18 to hit,
Yeah, that will hit.
I will do the Stunning Strike. It's gonna have to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
That will save.
Okay. I have advantage on my next attack. Sure, you Dryad. But it's gonna take 5 points of lightning damage.
Excellent.
And then I will, I'll punch it again. And I have advantage. So, double punch. Oh, wow, that was a 5 and a 2, so that's not going to really help. No, sorry, that's a 15. I didn't see the 1. So that is a 22 to hit.
Yes.
They are going to take 11 points of lightning damage.
How would you like to do this?
Nice.
It's gonna be this nice dryad. I've punched it in the face yet again. Lightning is going to course through into their forehead as they're... Now it does look like they are a tree, but instead of leaves, it is just fire as they get set alight. And a beautiful
Forest
fire
fire.
tree. Yeah.
Excellent.
Only you can start forest fires.
Only you.
It's not Smokey the Bear. He's...
I love having the bear say
Lavender.
that.
So Lavender is suddenly wearing a park ranger uniform.
So, I like to think that Sir Lavender follows the same rules as cartoons, where if it's funny, he can do it.
There you
Yes.
go.
It is canon.
I am off the
Perfect.
leash.
You have been unleashed. Alright, so that's going to do that. I'm going to turn to the tree, and I'm going to try to give it a punch with an unarmed strike. But I'm going to use a key point
course.
to make it a flurry of blows.
Nice.
It's going to be 2 more attacks to the tree. Oh, that's only a 12, so that one's a 12. That one's not going to probably hit a tree. And that's a natural 20, so that's really going to hit a tree.
Let's just roll
So-
damage for the first one. I don't think we're gonna need a bunch of rolls here.
Well, does a 12 hit the tree?
Oh, I thought you said nat 20.
No, that's just the nat 20 is definitely there. But yes, I can. It's max damage, so the max damage is 14. No, yeah,
How do you
12.
do this?
Sorry, 12. So this one I'm gonna hit, and I think it's since Uther is kind of nearby, I like kind of draw upon the electricity that he's giving off, and we kind of just like zap it from both sides, kind of like when like lightning is finally like a conduit. So like my lightning going to his, it just kind of goes through the tree, and it's kind of just toasty afterwards.
All right, and now you succeeded 3 times that round, did you not?
No, 2. Well, technically yes, 3. I missed once. I missed
three
once.
wisdom saving throws,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have a lot of saving throws for you this time. I need 3 wisdom saving throws.
Oh
We'll
jeez.
start there.
All right, let's go.
You're
This is
within,
how you
With
beat up a
Killian-
monk, people.
You're within
With
10
Killian, my lowest.
From the inside.
So I got a 20, dirty 20 with Killian for one of them. Another one is like 20 something, 25 plus. And the last one is a nat 20 for a lot. That's a 30.
Excellent.
I think with Killian is a
Um,
32.
You also killed 2 enemies, so I'm going to
did.
need, as they explode, 2 dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
And I
yes.
need Sir Lavender and Killian to make one of those.
Alright.
What
Dex.
kind of save?
That's another nat
Dex.
20. That's 3 20s, guys. That's crazy.
Wow.
That dice is crazy. And a 16. Or a 16 plus 24 with Killian.
Killing at 13 on the deck save.
Also a 13 for Sir
13.
Lavender. Mhm.
If I could have both of y'all take 3 points of piercing, please.
And now I have used up all my 20s, guys, on on saving throws. I will not
All of
have any
them.
more. That was 3 from 2 from
But
the same
don't
dice.
worry. I will give you more saving throws. Do not fear. I am.
Do not
helping you.
fear. Every time I get another 20, it's like there's going to be a few more ones where that comes from.
I know.
So yeah, that is the end of my turn. Yep. Then he's just gonna call out like, guys, are you guys sure you're not just reliving really horrified, traumatizing thoughts? No, just me? Cool.
Perfect.
Killing just staring
items,
into the
yeah.
ground. Fire everywhere.
just papa.
Papa, no. Eidos, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. Can I shoot over Sir Lavender? Is he
Yeah.
a pretty short guy? Yeah.
Yeah. So Lavender's pretty small.
You know what? I'm afraid we're gonna get into another fight. For this last guy, I'm just gonna cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level
Okay.
and hope that does the trick. 21.
Yeah,
Right on.
I think that will hit.
I think statistically, that one does. Oh, that's spicy. 26.
26 damage.
16, yeah, 26.
Oof.
I don't even want to ask you how you do this, because I feel like he literally is just dust.
Oh yeah, the
Poor guy
chromatic.
had like
Missed.
4 health. He had 4
Four
health.
health. And stay out.
Winters.
Come on.
Yeah.
I
As soon
would
as the-
stop for a high five were my paws less plush.
Gives a high five anyway.
And with that, that will be the end of that combat encounter.
Nice, we did it.
You did.
We did it.
Let us feast on
So
applesauce and triumph.
Pretty much. Sir Lavender, you see, just like plops down and opens like a jar of like applesauce and just.
Boo Bear in it.
It is not lost upon you that this is a stuffed toy. This is not a real bear. This is a stuffed toy, and so the applesauce
Yeah.
doesn't even go in the mouth. It
Yeah.
just kind of like goes
The
everywhere.
mouth, yeah, the mouth is just that little like open. No throat.
It's just a flap.
Just a flap.
How does the voice come out? There's magic.
I think you see him stare into space as he asks himself that same question for the first time.
Well, if you would look at it quite within a magic realm of dreams, it would not be quite far-fetched to believe that magic would have some kind of inclination here. Kuthamer says to you condescendingly.
We knew Hoothmer had such a tone
And with
to him.
that, before we regroup, I do think we are going to take our 15-minute break. So head on back here. We're going to be back 45 minutes past the hour. So go get your snacks, get so you can be right back here to hang out with us as we continue our way through the Sanctuary Nightmare. We'll be back shortly. Bye. Welcome
back.
back, Fays, Friends, and Fiends. That's right, I took your job. You see the name tag right here? You're in my world now.
Just hang out.
We are currently inside one of Marroway's nightmares, where our party has found themselves struggling to battle against not only the darkness in his mind, but also the darkness in their own minds. You have just finished taking out a bunch of corrupted dryads and blights, and it is now time for you to regroup and figure out what your next move is.
Well, that was in play.
As you kind of do what?
I was going to do a witty quip. It was going to be awesome. So, well, that wasn't pleasant.
Indeed not. But I do need to ask how exactly you found yourself here. I mean, I knew eventually you would, considering your group's particular proclivity for finding yourself in perilous predicaments, but I did not think it would be quite so soon.
Yeah.
You're so eloquent. It's amazing.
I am the royal tutor, of course I am.
Your Highness.
Wait.
Not quite. I would imagine someone of your training to understand the full statute of the different stations, but it would seem that maybe you did not have a tutor of your own. Do not worry, dear child. I am here. I shall fix that for you.
My mistake, and apologies. Yes, we're trying to figure out what we are doing here as well. We're assuming that Marroway can lead us in the right direction.
Yeah, we kind of fell asleep, and now I'm here. That's how it happened.
Well, that does... Marroway is not quite in control here. You have found yourself in something of a trap that he faces every night. there is a hag by the name of Azalea. She has a very keen interest in manipulation and illusions, and this is her way of hunting the boy. If they can track him before we do, they will be able to pull him back to Sanctuary and into their grasps. It is our job to fight every single night and keep that from happening. Now, with that, have any of you seen the boy?
He was on a hill, like halfway to the tower, and then it was followed up by angry thorns.
Things just keep getting. So he was near the palace, you say?
On the way there, yeah, it was like halfway between, I would say.
Yeah, we kind of had to go through this maze, and, well, we found ourselves here on the way to the palace.
That place does hold several memories for the prince, and it would not surprise if his subconscious is leading him there for comfort. So we shall make haste, yes? Or do you have something better to...
Lead the
Well,
way.
sleeping was a pretty good on my list, but you know we can definitely do this. I'm all for losing some sleep for Marroway.
I don't think we'll
And
get
with
any
that,
sleep.
I would ask you not to bring this up with him when you... He has the guilt of feeling like a burden to you, and I do not believe that he would appreciate having the added burden of you lose a night of sleep for him.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, Sir Lavender, shall we move forward at a brisk pace, or are we going to sit here and tarry for too much longer?
The briskest of pace. We must save the prince, and little tiny legs take off.
Just gonna
Straight for the castle, like a stupid straight line, like through the brambles. No holding back.
Huthamer, floats over you and, with his little tiny hand, just, angles you towards the direction of a little pathway.
By my button eyes, we will get to that castle.
How does he see? I'm gonna whisper that to Uthamer. How?
Again, I can see how someone of your magical inclination could not understand the intricacies of such fey magic, but there are many things that we can do that many of you might not quite understand. I could go into a long, drawn-out explanation if you wish, or you may simply ask Sir Lavender. Perhaps he will enlighten you on how he came to be what he is now.
How do you go into a little bear to a big bear?
I was oath-bound by Sir Mul Dulzin to be a protector by fluff and honor alone. And thus I am, and thus I shall remain.
Sir Muldrozen, that was, if I remember right, it was a knight in Sanctuary that helped protect Marroway.
Correct, he was indeed the leader of our internal security, right hand to the queen, and something of a father to the poor prince. At least as close as he's ever.
And
Right.
Sir Lavender, you're picking up this righteous cause to defend your prince?
I have never once dropped this righteous cause to defend the prince. I must, by my life and my fluff, defend him at all costs, and every night I do so. Tonight be no different.
Well, if it's okay with you, may I make a suggestion?
Drops down to one knee, one little bare knee.
And I mean this with no disrespect, but if we are to get there post-haste, would it be okay if one of us carried you? You have very little legs for such a long journey.
Sits back on his little butt and stretches his legs out in front of them and kicks him on the ground. And seems to contemplate, does that cat thing, turning his head, trying to understand. And promptly stands up and gives you a carry me, uppies.
Reach down, pick him up, and just put him on my shoulder. Now,
Where?
Sir Lavender, make sure you keep a good lookout on my shoulders, please. Huthamer, which way do we go?
Well, we will start by making our voyage through the Forest of Regret, and that should take us right to the palace. Shall we? And he kind of like floats and just glides into across this path.
Forest of Regret. I'm sure there's nothing horrible in there.
Definitely not regret. Definitely not regret.
As you follow Huthamer down this trail, you start to see in the distance a forest. The trees are a pale white with almost blood red leaves. There are hundreds of thousands of these trees scattered almost in like a straight line and then back. So they are very much like organized, with the pathway kind of going through. As you enter into this forest down the path, can I get a perception check from everyone?
All right. Cool.
So 14 for Ados.
15 for Sir Lavender.
13.
19 for Killian.
Dirty 20 for Zada.
Those of you who got above a 12, which I think was everyone, you notice that as you're walking, all of these trees seem to have almost a face kind of inside of them. It's like the wood itself forms a face. And each of these faces has almost like a red sap coming out of their eyes. Some of them look like they're screaming in anger. Some of them look like they are crying in sorrow. But as far as the eye can see, every one of these trees has a different face.
Huthamer, what is this place?
This is a land of great torment for the prince. Every one of these trees represents someone that he believes he has let down.
This
And as you
entire
walk,
forest?
you notice that there are faces of elves, of humans, of goblin, of hobgoblins, until you reach a point where you see one that looks like Seraphina. And
Why is
the
my
tree next-
mascara why is my mascara streaked? She's horrified.
You see Seraphina's, yes, is just like almost like streams of tears coming out of this tree. And next to her is a tree that has a striking resemblance to Zareth, but his head is upside down. The blood kind of just coming off his eyes and dripping down.
Seraphina's quiet as she sees Zara face in a tree.
You continue your way for quite some time. And can I get another perception check from everyone?
Killian just wants to say to Huthamer, so Marroway feels like he's let all of these people down, all of these trees, all of these
Every single
faces.
one. They are all a reminder to what he has failed to protect. Something he must witness every night.
Well, Killian rolled a 6 with the perception.
Seraphina also rolled a 6.
One more 6 and we're on the way.
Got a 17.
Okay.
24.
There it is.
Well, Lavender, you don't see anything other than what you've already seen.
Because I'm doing this and I can't see anything new.
Excellent. Eidos, what was yours?
Mine was 10.
10? Okay. Zada, as y'all are walking, you start to see a tree that is not white. The bark on it almost appears to be a golden brown. And upon it, you see 3 Leonin faces. Are older, a male and a female. And the other is a young man, Leonin. you see that the older man, his sap doesn't come from his eyes, but over his head, almost in like a scratch pattern. And the female, hers is a tear, but they almost seem to go outward, like she's laying down when crying. And the young man has only tears coming from one side.
That's interesting. I'll kind of point out to Uther, like, I didn't know Marroway knew other Linolens. That's news to me.
I think you would have mentioned it before.
Right?
This world, this illusion of a world, it is made to torment any who enter it, not just our young prince.
Oh, good. I'm not feeling attacked at all.
If you do not wish to bear witness to those who you have let down, I would suggest keeping eyes forward.
Right. Cool.
As you continue walking, it just feels unending of tree after tree after tree of these crying faces. Until you hear what sounds like very large wolf in the distance howling. To which, Sir Lavender, you would know that this is the hunter. This is the evil dryad Akonitum's main hunter, the one she sends to find all of her lost prey. And that howl means that he has located Marroway.
We must make haste, friends. That wolf's howl you hear across the horizon. Its manners are most unwashed, and we must save the prince as quickly as we can. This is an ill omen.
But, I can go ahead. I can get that pretty fast. I just don't know where I'm going. I guess I can hold Sir Lavender or
I would
Uthama.
not recommend facing this foe on your own, Sat. While
okay.
brave you may be, your bravery seems to only be equaled by your stupidity. So, I would recommend staying with the group and not doing something that could get the rest of us killed.
But
Hurtful.
I do agree with you, Zada.
Cool.
We should pick up the pace.
Sir Lavender, goes to, put both shoulders on either side as much as he can and has started, whipping your hair like reins. Like, hee-haw, human, hee-haw! Go, fair steed! Fly like the wind!
And can I get an endurance check from everyone?
Who wants to roll for
Ooh.
that?
So, Constitution?
Athletics. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
My brain was in a different system.
Do I need to since I'm just riding along?
No, you don't.
Pretty privilege.
I rolled anyway, so for whatever I'm doing, it was a 15. Which is...
You are whipping that hair vigorously.
Can I get the help action from that?
Yes, you can. I will allow it.
It didn't do anything.
Zara, I will also have you roll with advantage, as Huthamer's words of condescension might have lit a fire under you.
Perfect. We like it. Alright.
Serafina has a 9.
I rolled an 11.
14.
Gillian's got 8. Even with
Dang, I did the
help.
best. Oh no.
So you make your way running. A couple of the slower members are holding up the rest of the group, but as per Huthamer's instructions, you do stick together for the most part. As you arrive into a clearing, at this clearing you see what looks like the shattered remains of this stained glass castle. All of the windows are cracked or just completely shattered onto the ground. There's glass everywhere. And as you start to make your way closer, you notice a shadowy figure entering into the palace. It is a giant wolf with almost like red smoke coming off of it. You see it walks with 3 of its paws, and the other one, it it's walking on the nub of its paw. And its claw is actively piercing into Marroway's back as he drags him across the ground into this palace.
Well, that's not cool.
Well, we have to go save him. We have to go right now.
Oh yeah, I get there right now.
Right
Is
now.
And I'm there.
All right, and I do have a battle map for this one, and I believe I have it in the right place.
You do.
Look at that technology. It can be taught. You kind of chase in. You see that Marroway is being drugged by this wolf. Through shards of glass. He appears to be completely unconscious to everything that's happening. Inside, you find the shattered remains of what would used to be a grand entryway. And sitting at the top of a stairway, you see 2 glass coffins. One of them housing what appears to be a figure that has been drained of all life. It looks almost skeletal, but not quite. Almost think like dehydrated human. Right? The skin is completely pressed against, almost mummified as it lays
totally.
in this this casket. Made purely of glass. As the wolf is making its way towards the unused coffin of glass. I feel like I've called this thing like 3 different things now. It's a coffin, it's a casket.
Casket, coffin, I mean,
Same
at
thing,
least you're
man.
being descriptive, right? That's what we care about.
It's made of glass, you can see through it. That's the important part.
And dead people go in it. Or soon to be
Yes,
dead people.
From there, I would really, really be happy with everyone if you would roll initiative for me.
14 for Eidos.
Ooh.
Seraphina got a 20 for 21.
Ooh.
No.
I also got a 21. 14 for
Nice.
21.
Killing got a 7.
Sir
Excellent.
Lavender got an 11.
An 11, awesome. Huthamar has a 14. So as this battle is beginning, Huthamar is going to yell out, take the wolf, I will get the and you can tell that he is preparing to start teleporting. And Seraphina, you're actually gonna yeah, it has you up front, so...
Okay,
Even though I feel like Zada should be up front because he has a higher dex, don't you?
I got +4. I got 18 index.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Zada go first because he does
Okay.
have the highest dex. And y'all rolled the
Alright.
same.
I am going to use Uncavi Metabolism to give myself back my key points, plus a D8 of HP, plus 7. So that'll give me 10 HP back. And all my key points.
Mm-hmm.
And I will... Again, I'm going to shift into the element. This time, I think, because what he sees Marroway going through and what's happening to him, he's just going to burst into fire this time. So
Okay.
his main is of fire and stuff like that. Yeah, it kind of actually even starts to look like the wolf itself, but like a fiery version of it. He is going to go real far, real fast. Oops. Still have that one. Okay. So, let me move. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Ooh.
Can you make a perception check for me as you're running in?
Sure can.
Yay!
That'll be a 17.
As you sprint in, you notice the lifeless bodies of Siege, Eden, Haven, and Ashes, where you can assume Hearth once stood.
Well, they tried. Yeah, so I will get up to there. I have elemental reach. I have a reach of 15 feet, so I'm just gonna kind of still be able to punch at this big old doggo. I'm going to use first strike. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
I am going to make it a stunning strike. It's got a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Save.
Okay, I have advantage, and I think its movement is also halved with it if it wants to do anything. I want to make sure I'm saying that right because I'm pretty sure. Save throw target is stun. Yeah, speed is half until the start of my next turn. So, and this is going to be. So they're also going to take 6 points of fire damage.
Ooh. Spicy.
And the next one with advantage was a 15 to hit. I don't know if
That will
15.
hit.
15 hits. That'll be another 6 points of fire damage. And then we are going to flurry of blows. We're just going to burst all this fun stuff because we're monks and that's what we do. So it's going to be 2 more unarmed strikes. Cocked. 17 and let's just roll the other one. And a 19.
Yeah.
So those both hit, and let's roll both these. One is 8 points of fire damage. The other one is 5 points of fire damage.
Beautiful. Was that 4 successes that I just witnessed?
Yes, that is exactly
Can I
4
have 4
successes.
wisdom saving throws without Killian's buff because he is
Oh, God!
for me right now.
I didn't bring my support paladin with me. No,
You did not hoist the pocket paladin onto your back.
I did not. That was my mistake. So that is a 14,
Mm-hmm.
a 24,
Mm-hmm.
a 25,
Mm-hmm.
and a 16.
Give me 4 points of psychic damage, please.
Yeah.
Really sucks succeeding, doesn't it?
It feels so good, and yet so bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna go there. So basically what I'm doing is just kind of like fire bending at him currently. So I'm just like doing punches and it's just swings of fire that are coming off of me going at him, and that's what's actually hitting him since I have the reach, and I'm trying to get as close to Marroway as possible. I know Uthmer said he was going to grab him, but he's trying to also hold on to Marroway so he can't be dragged any further in case his turn happens to come first or whatever, you know?
Okay, so real quick, let me make sure I'm understanding this. Giant Wolf has Marroway impaled in the back, and you want to like grab onto him in case he tries to pull more.
Yeah, he's fine.
Excellent. Just wanted to clear that up. Lady Seraphina Blackthorn, if
All right,
you would grace us with a successful turn.
I'm gonna try my best, but no promises. That's
Kill
all that
him,
really
ye
matters.
sorceress.
That's right, I am a sorceress. So Seraphina's gonna step forward and she's going to Eldritch Blast this nasty wolf. 24 to hit?
24 hits.
It has to.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, 24 to hit? I was
I
like,
said
oh,
yes.
there's a lot of
Yes.
math.
Yeah, no, I said yes to that one. I'm
We were like,
sorry.
what kind of reaction does it have?
No, it's 24 from you specifically does not hit.
So it has 2 beams, so wait, do I have to roll for both beams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You said
So
toe beans. I was like, you have a special spell for animals with toe beans?
No, that's Dada.
okay, Okay, so the first one is 14 damage, and then I'll do for the second beam. It is 22 to hit.
Yes.
And that damage is 12.
Okay. Can you roll 2 wisdom saving throws for me?
Yeah. One is 9,
Okay.
and the other is 14.
You're going to be taking 6 points of psychic damage
Okay.
as memory flash before your eyes.
Seraphina, just like clutches her head and kind of like looks down. Like she's nursing a migraine. And that's her turn.
Eidos.
Okay. Eos is going to cast Storm Sphere.
Mhm.
God.
A what sphere?
Storm
Can you tell me
Sphere.
what that does?
Trying to figure out how to draw a circle, but yeah, it's a 20-foot circle sphere. Each creature in it each creature in it now bludgeoning damage and has make a lightning strike. Hit him.
Okay, so let me understand correctly. Each creature, including an unconscious person?
Well, that's why I'm trying to be slick and cast it the creature. So it's a point of my choosing. I wanted to envelop the wolf, but not hit Marroway. Yeah, wherever that circle is.
Marroway's like under the wolf, essentially. I just had him there so you could see him, but he's like on his paw.
You can't
Okay.
hit the wolf without hitting Marroway.
Yeah,
Sure.
Marroway is... Any AoE that hits this wolf will hit Marroway.
Then I'm gonna send a big, fat, 4th level lightning bolt at this wolf's face. Oh, well, actually, I'll also cast an 8 sorcery and then do that. So it's gonna be a dexterity 16.
16. If you would be so kind as to give me full damage for that, please.
Yes, sir. Anytime. Let's see, that's 96. Wow. 15.
That's okay. I didn't want to have a big bad guy anyway.
It's so nice being on this side of the table.
You can roll your full damage, 96. Bobby,
I'm just-
96.
You got it.
Oh god, damage!
I'm just kicking my feet.
Kara, are you having fun getting to be a player for once?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gonna be
I can't
39.
wait to be a player next week.
39 points of
30.
lightning damage.
Okay, that's not that bad. Okay.
Yeah,
That is
Oh, that's nothing.
that all?
We're fine.
That's
We're
nothing.
fine. That's nothing.
And that is going to be it for my turn.
All right. Let's see, it is Huthamer's turn. Oh, I'm still on that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then we're going to bonus action teleport. So next turn he should be able to get to Marroway. Sir Lavender.
Okay. Killian has not gone yet, right?
Nope.
Am I still
That is
on his
correct.
shoulders? Because I was on when we ran in.
I would say yes, actually. And y'all had like the same initiative. Or not the same, but he's right after you, so if y'all want to take your turn at the same time, I will allow that.
Okay, as
since
tonight's
you are
DM,
doing mounted
what would it-
combat.
what would it cost him to throw me?
I need you to throw me.
That is
Keep in
a
mind-
full
Trust me.
action.
That's an action. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we don't need to do that. So I'll move as far as I can in. Even with a dash, I'm not going to make it far enough to hit anybody, but I'll move into a defensive position. I'll jump down from his shoulders and just run my whole dash. Who can I get next to? Shoot, no one taking damage.
You
I'm gonna
get
run up and
nothing.
defend the sorceress. My lady, fear not! For every monster has a soft side, and I intend to find it.
I thought he was gonna hit us.
Weird.
I thought he was gonna hit us with like he's gonna like psychologically hit it in the soft.
What a dream that would be, but no, that's all I can really do.
Killian.
Seraphina's gonna like poked his little belly.
Feels very different.
Killian
Oh,
will.
wait, I'm so sorry, Killian. I'm gonna do a bonus action.
I want to go anyways.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to use my speedy recovery to get some HP back. So I'm gonna
Okay.
roll my hit die. It's only a 3, but it's not nothing. Okay, now Killian. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. So Killian's gonna run up past Seraphina and Sir Lavender. As he's going to use Lay on Hands. So he's just gonna kind of run forward with a hand on his chest, heal himself back up 5 hit points as my bonus action, and then as an action, I'm going to let loose a guiding bolt from my eye, and so it's gonna do. Oh, I got to roll to hit. 14. Is a 14 hit?
A 14? It does not.
Oh, okay. So the guiding bolts just fizzled out because of this strange magical place we're in, and no other reason.
Yeah, not because he's inept or anything. It's just because the magic just lost its potency. You know,
Yeah.
happens to anyone.
This darn Fey realm messing with your divine magic.
That's my turn.
Oh. Awesome. Next up is going to be the wolf. And we are going to make several attacks against Zada, because he's the only one in range.
That's me.
That's going to be a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Or 27, I'm sorry, I can't do basic.
Oh no, no, don't worry, it's
Will that
fine.
one
In
point
that
help you?
case,
Yeah, I mean it would have, but no, you know.
Hearing this weird magic.
Yeah. Here's...
And that's going to be 11 damage for you, Zada.
Okay.
Of the piercing variety? Yes.
I love the piercing variety.
And then can I also... Oh, do you have something?
Wait, you said it's gonna be several attacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my reaction at some point, just not that one.
Excellent. Can I have its strength saving throw, please?
I can definitely do that, and it's totally not going to be bad. It is totally going to be bad. That's a 5.
Oh! And your pocket paladin is not within reach.
It is not. It's very sad.
Excellent. You're going to be prone.
Ah!
And as you get knocked onto the ground, I would like for you to take 2 points of slashing damage as you land on top of this shattered, stained glass.
Curse you.
Is it bloody or was it red to begin with? We'll never know.
Joke's on you. My blood's gold. You didn't even know it.
Oh shit. Second attack. A dirty 20.
Oh shit. One attack roll that includes bludgeoning piercing. You may take a reaction to reduce the attack. Yeah, I'll use my reaction on this one since I'm down on the floor and it's probably gonna get dirty. Yeah.
It's gonna be 8 damage. Oh no,
Alright,
it's not.
so-
I have to roll 2 of these. 11 damage. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
deceived you for
Well,
a moment.
the minimum I can do is literally 11, so just
No.
for funsy. 15, and you know what?
Ah,
Strength. Is it a strength? No, it's a Dex saving throw 14 because I will deflect the
18.
attack back at its face and it dodges it.
18
so it's fine.
save.
Yeah, no, there.
And for
Take-
our third attack,
Okay, it's fine.
it's me 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
It's only gonna be 10 damage.
Oh, only.
How sad.
Okay.
Not the best I could do, but you know what? We're here. We're having
We're
fun,
here.
right?
I mean, you got me less than half HP now, so you know that's fine.
Mission accomplished.
Right? This is why I say we have deflect attack because that would have, I would probably be almost down. Like I'd be in single digits.
You'd have been almost, yeah.
Yeah, I'd been
Um,
single. Single digits.
Zada.
Hmm.
Yeah, Zada, your turn.
Oh,
As
that
you
was
are
the
on
end.
this broken shardlets of stained glass beneath you and a wolf on top of you.
Gonna stand back up because that hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'll go to town on this boy again.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's a 21 to hit.
Yes.
I'm going to make it a stunning strike.
Can you remind me
Constitution
if
14.
these are melee attacks or if they are ranged?
It technically it is a ranged attack, but it just increases my reach by 15 feet when I'm in my elemental form.
Okay, I'm gonna count that as range.
So he's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
He succeeds. Right. He'll take 8 points of fire damage,
Ooh.
and I will do what's advantage on the next one. Thank God, because that was a 2, so that's going to be 22 to hit.
Ooh, yeah.
That'll be another 8 points of fire damage. Gonna burn another key point, so he can do 2 more attacks.
Lovely.
That might not hit. 14? I don't think 14 hits.
It does not.
Okay, so 14 doesn't hit. That is a 16, so that'll hit. I'm going to take all the psychic damage and down myself. This is going to be great. That's another 8 points of fire damage.
Excellent. Was that 3 successes?
That was very much 3 successes.
Give me those saving throws, please.
That's a 10.
Okay.
That's an 8. I'm going to
Okay.
just down myself. And a 15.
Okay. Give me 7 points of psychic damage.
Feels good. Doing good.
Seraphina, if you would beguile us with some delicious attacks.
Seraphina is going to target the wolf for another Eldritch Blast. And the first bolt is 26 to hit.
Yes.
That
I should have done
is
another dramatic pause.
13 damage.
Okay.
And then she has one more. It's 17 to hit.
Yes.
Ooh. That is 14 damage.
Nice.
Lovely. Would you be so kind as to make for me 2 wisdom saving throws?
She has 18
Ooh.
and then 17.
You do not have any memories flash in your mind.
That's right. That's right.
It's
feeling really good.
There's nothing bad about Seraphina.
Nothing but good things. Good vibes only.
She just like strains out her jaw, and that's her turn.
Eidos.
Okay, Eidos is going to cast Witch Bolt at 4th level.
Whoa.
But which bolt?
Witch Bolt. Witch Bolt.
That
Does a
bolt.
22 hit?
It sure does.
Let's go. Alright. Get on my dice here. You know what? I'm going to use a sorcery point and re-roll 3 of these.
Okay.
So, keeping these.
Bobby's like, yes, burn through those resources. Yes, yes.
All
Everything.
according to plan. Okay, that's better. 39 points of lightning damage.
31.
39.
Mine.
Oh, 39!
Oh yeah.
Oh, that extra 8 is ruining me.
Let's see. I don't really have any bonus actions. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move up, and then that'll be.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Huthamer is going to fly up, and we are going to teleport. He is going to make a saving throw. He passes, so he's not going to take any damage. But we are going to teleport 15 feet away. And that's the best that Huthamer can do in one turn.
Something.
Yeah, Sir Lavender, please regale us with your fluffiness.
Okay. Thanks to Lavender with his wooden sword and shield brandished, he'll look at Killian and sort of like give a motion to like move forward together. Or like sort of asking, are you gonna move forward? Okay, so okay, so I'll move in for an attack. Ooh, but again, it's just too far for my little legs. So I'll have to dash to get in close, but I definitely need to move in somewhere where I'm close to Marroway for anything that goes wrong. So I'm going to move in toward Zada and Marroway. And then I'll use a bonus action to... I'm going to second wind for the first time.
Okay.
So let me roll that. Ah, that was a 1!
Oof.
For 9 hit points
no.
back. It's still okay. 69 hit points is where I'm at. That's a bummer, but that's okay. That's it for my turn.
Killian.
Killian is going to run in behind. And is Marroway, I guess in terms of game, like run over there, is he like breathing? Alive?
He is. Yes.
Okay. Is he like actively bleeding or anything like that, given the giant wolf claws that were in him?
No, but you notice that for any of you who have seen Marroway's back, where the black curse has been spreading, you notice that that is where he was hailed by this wolf, and it is larger now than it ever has been.
Okay. I'm just gonna use a bonus action to attempt to lay on hands on Marroway's back.
I will not wake up.
Fine. Don't wake up.
Whatever.
And
So
I will
is
remind you
Iggy.
that Huthamer told you, do not let him know you were here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's alright. So it's just a dream touch. That's all.
Drink. Boop.
And the wolf, I want to try and cast command against it.
Okay.
And I want to try and make it grovel. So it's a wisdom save. What'd you get?
What's is your DC higher than 18?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm a paladin. What do you think this is?
What do you think I am?
Listen. My toxic DM trait is I like to ask if rolls hit or fail when I know the answer.
Make them tell you.
So Killian tries to, do some kind of healing on Marroway's back. Nothing happens, so he just extends his other hand out and tries to command this wolf, but I ain't its master.
Excellent. You have to touch for lay on hands, yes?
Yeah.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me as you touch his back?
Ugh, it's sweaty.
Gross.
Oh.
That's actually going to be 11.
Oh no.
Excellent. As you touch this, it does feel wet, but it's like almost like a tar feeling on his back, almost like he is bleeding tar. You are able to use your heal, but you are going to be taking 4 points of necrotic damage.
So sticky. Alright. Yeah, and Kill just retract his hand in pain.
Yeah. And is that it for your turn?
That is it.
All right, it is Wolf's turn, and we are going to keep our assault on Zada because he's laying down some damage, and I can't be having that.
Yep.
This one's
That's
over 20 for the first attack, so it will hit.
deflect attack because I have to because I'm about to go down.
Excellent. It's going to be 16 damage.
I deflect only 15, so I take 8 points of damage.
And if you'll make that strength throw again for me.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
You're close
Totally
to
not
me
going
now.
As he bites around you.
Yay, I'm close to you now. But a natural 1 is still a natural 1.
Sure
So.
Oh, no. You are going to be knocked to the ground on top of this glass again, taking 3 piercing or slashing damage.
Yay. So if he hits me any other time, I'm just gonna let you know I'm going down.
is. Okay, it's just a dream.
It's just a dream.
Does a
But
17
Seraphina says if you break the dress in
If
the
you
dream,
rip
it's
your dress in the dream, you rip your dress in real life.
life.
Does a 17 hit?
Meets it, beats it. I'm down. I have
No,
5
no, 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 no,
points.
no, 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 no. Sir Lavender is going to use his protection reaction.
Okay.
You know what?
let me-
Actually, sorry, I'm going to do interception.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that d10, and we'll see how much you can take off.
Oh god.
It's going to be
That's-
15 damage.
It's 9 points that I can take off.
That's going to be 6 damage to Zada.
Down because I had 6 or I have 5 HP.
Oh, so
So
close.
close.
Sorry.
And now I would like you all to see the kind of DM I am.
Mhm.
And we're going to attack Zada one more time.
And I'm down. Oh god.
Oh, and I used my reaction.
Well, you were already down, yes? So this is just
Oh, yeah.
2 failed saves, yes?
As long as you hit, yeah, I mean it's a critical.
Are you pulling
I got a
a
19.
Melanie
so-
right now?
No, I'm pulling a Hunter is looking at his meal, and these people are standing in his way.
That's
Yep,
what I said,
yeah.
Why dance around them
No!
when I can take
We're
them
not
out?
That's
calling-
definitely Melanie. Yeah.
We're not calling it that.
Melody now?
So with that, Zada,
Mm-hmm.
if you would for me,
Mm-hmm.
make a death saving throw and only send the result to me.
Ooh. I will let you know. I will.
Come on, team, everybody.
It has been sent.
Excellent. The paw of this wolf comes down upon Zada as he is unconscious and slashes across his entire body. And if anyone would like to know if he is still alive or not, I will be asking for a bonus action medicine check. And Seraphina, it's your turn.
Seraphina gasps as this wolf like slashes at Zada, and she's going to go for another Eldritch Blast. For 23 to hit?
Yes. Seraphina's been
Uh,
on it this battle.
Mhm.
This
She's
is your
doing really well
battle.
tonight. 5 damage. And then the second one is 26 to hit.
Yes.
For 12 damage.
Okay, Eidos. Can you beat it? Unless Melanie
do I need to
has a
make-
bonus action.
Do I need to make my wisdom saving throws?
Oh yeah, you do. You need 2 of them, or only 1, because it's only 1 spell.
I have 21.
Excellent. You do not take damage. I feel like I've made you make more than that, but I should have only been doing 1. I apologize.
I've been doing really well anyway, so.
Oh.
There's nothing to hurt your psyche anyway.
It's all spick and span up here.
Eidos, it is gonna be your turn now.
Okay. this is my witch bolt damage. 1 out of
Nice.
12 possible options. It chose 1.
Mm-hmm.
But 100 make $1, I guess.
Mhm.
Embarrassed about that little bzz, I'm going to cast lightning bolt at this doggy's dome.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be a DC 16 dexterity.
Give me those 96 damage.
Oh, no, this
Hey,
is lower.
stunning strikes might not go off, but at least your lightning bolts
Oh.
are.
Yeah, this is
These
only
lightning bolts are
8d6.
hitting good.
I'm getting tired.
Only 8.
It's a lot of 3s.
His average.
Let's see.
It's a respectable 3.
Yeah.
Respectable
Nothing to shame about.
damage.
26 points of lightning damage.
Ooh. All right. And is that your whole turn?
Let me see where I'm standing. Yes, that is my whole turn.
All right. Huthamer is going to continue getting Marroway out and away from the wolf. Sir Lavender.
Okay.
Let me see some cool shit.
Let's give it a shot. Running in for a hit. Okay, just going in with my wooden sword. That's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Ah, good. Okay. And I am going to use Savage Attacker to roll 2 of my damage die and take the higher. First one's a 3, second one's a 5, so I'm doing 8 damage force with that first attack. And we're gonna go ahead and use 2 weapon fighting, so I'll roll another attack. That was a nat 1.
Unfortunate.
Um,
Can I have a... Oh, no, just kidding. You don't have to make the wisdom saving throws. Just kidding.
my helmet protects me, and I knock on my helmet. But I am still
so
frustrated. I
sorry.
can't land a second hit. No, that's okay. He just stomps his little feet in the dirt, and you see like little dust flying off of his head.
So cute when he's mad.
Aww.
Sir Lavender's the best.
Adorable. Alright, Killian. Well, he's gonna head over towards Zada's body. But I'm just gonna lay on hands and just pump some healing into him.
Okay.
I'm gonna pump 25 points.
You place your hands on Zada and pour your divine energy, and nothing happens.
Slapping around a little bit.
Because I am that DM. He succeeded on his saving throw. He takes psychic damage.
Oh. Wait. Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Success equals failure.
Yeah. Yeah, Killian's at a little bit of a loss. So he's just going to kind of follow Sir Lavender with the whip and start whipping this thing. So once again, he will activate on the attack his channel divinity to divinely imbue his chain, and that's gonna be 26 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, that's gonna do 11 points of radiant damage, and then
Killian,
yes,
I have a very important question to ask you.
yeah.
How do you do this?
So clearly Sir Lavender has softened this creature up for me. Not all of that electrical damage that Eidos did. So right where Sir Lavender last struck at this creature, Killian's going to imbue his whip with divine power and just send it flying right into like the exact same wound that Sir Lavender made, and just like divine magic just fills into the wolf, and I'm gonna assume it just collapses on the ground. I don't want to say explodes, but I'll say collapses on the ground.
But if it could, that would be cool.
Sure, everything that you want to happen does. Before red smoke just kind of evaporates him. And now we're gonna see if I can get rid of this. Ah, we did it. And that is gonna be the end of that combat.
Yay, we did it. Also,
Yay.
perfect timing with this music. That
Huzzah!
strings out.
And scene.
And scene.
Killian will just rush over to Zada's body and just start kind of, wake up! You're just sleeping. This is a dream.
Do not worry about them. He will wake when the rest of our fallen awake. We fight and die for our prince every night. Once Marroway comes back to consciousness, so shall Zata.
Killian is still going to try and lift up Zada's body and just kind of at least get him off the glass. You know.
It's respect. Yeah.
Sir Lavender helps, but like is only able to lift like a foot.
I would like to be
grab his
like
tail,
you're just
grab
lifting
his
my
tail.
tail. You just grab my tail. You're just holding
It's like
that.
shaking.
Adis will walk over to Marroway's body and try to get him off of this claw.
Oh, he's off the claw.
Yes.
Yeah,
He was
Hoothmer.
teleported off of
Teleported
it.
him.
Hoothmer teleported.
Oh, I missed that. Just gonna go check on him anyway, just to see what's going on over there.
When you approach Marroway, can you make me a medicine check, please?
Sweet.
Or an Arcana, whatever your best is.
Let's go with Arcana. That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
You can tell that Marroway will probably not wake up. He is alive, he is stable, but there is some kind of magic that is holding him in almost like a coma. I think with a nat 20, I'd be able to assume that because he was felled, not killed, but he was, defeated here, that is what is keeping him unconscious. Huthamer kind of calls Sir Lavender over. Sir Lavender, it's about time we got the prince to the tower. Do you not believe?
Evil is once again thoroughly uninvited from the tea party. I could not agree more. It is time. Thanks.
Well, we shall now bid you all a farewell. And you should probably wake up now.
Does it just happen? Do we just wake up?
Do we have to say something or perform some sort of rite?
Huthamer comes over and he puts his little paw on Killian's head and just kind of gives a push, and you feel yourself falling backwards. And everyone sees as Killian's body just kind of disappears. And Huthamer will kind of go through and give each one of you this little push. As Sir Lavender is over his body carrying Marroway out of this door.
When Huthamer pushes Seraphina, she's gonna click her heels 3 times.
Beautiful.
They happen to be red.
As you click your heels,
Yeah.
you click your heels, and Huthamer doesn't even push you. And out of everyone, you will probably have the smoothest wake up. And that is where I think we are going to move back into the world of the material plane And I am reluctantly, as Marroway and Zara wake up simultaneously, I am going to relinquish the DM title once again to our Dungeon Mother.
Thank you, Bobby. What a treat this has been. As Zada, laying on his bedroll out under the stars, near enough to a small tent that has been placed, in which Marroway and Bula were sleeping. At the same moment, you two sort of hear each other start to stir through the thin canvas wall. While Bula, in a deep, rumbling sleep, is just snoring, and you hear an occasional mutton chops. And slowly, one by one, those of you scattered around the rest of Varys Raj Fort awaken with that start of like when you're falling in a dream and you wake up just before you hit the bottom and your whole body lurches. And you take a look around in the dark, some of you with stars and a moon to see, others with yurt walls above you. That, in the middle of the night, is where we will end this session.
Yay.
Ugh.
Yay!
Thank you all for playing a very special episode of Dion Rising.
I also want to give a very special thank you to two people. That's going to be Kara and Dane. We decided I was going to run this, and that was, 4 hours ago? And Kara worked heavily on getting maps for me, and I sent Dane, 6 different little screens I wanted, and I was like, hey, can you make it happen? And he did.
Spielberg up in
out
here.
to these two who absolutely kicked it into overdrive for me. And thank you all for watching.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, friends. Stay salty.
Bye-bye.